I am very excited about this whole process I'm doing with Creative Pizzazz, and she and I are going to collaborate with doing a journal. But I'm going to make 2 signatures. I'm sending one of those to her. She's making 2 signatures. She's sending one of those to me. And then we're going to create a book. So it'll be interesting. This is the inspirational piece that we're working with, okay? Now this is a paper studio. It's called Country Floral. She actually sent this to me. Thank you, Leslie. And so both of us are going to do the process. I don't know how much she's going to do compared to how much I'm going to do, but I just wanted to kind of show you what I have come up upon. Now there are most things I have exactly the same paper. Isn't that horrible? I have enough to have 2 of each, almost every paper that's in this stack from my stash. Thank you very much. I only have one of these, however, because like I said, Leslie sent this to me. But it's funny, this is Paper Studios, and I will show you a little later on down the line here something. Anyway, okay. Alright, so I have gone through, and I'm just showing you one pack because other than 2 sheets of paper, it's exactly the same as the other pack. And again, like I said, I'm basically doing 2 pretty much exactly the same. Okay, so I have this piece, which is white on the back, and I'm pretty sure that I will tea stain it. Pretty sure. Not. I don't always do that. Move this. I don't always do that. So, but I'll see. Because this has got some white in it, so I kind of like bringing that out. This kind of lends itself to me to be a little French, and I don't know. French isn't always stained, and I don't know. So that's kind of the way I'm leaning. Anywho, so there's that paper, which I could not tell you where that's from. It was just loose in my stash, so sorry, I can't help you with that one. Anyway, so there's that one. Then this one is another one that was just in my stash. It's a thin one, and it's white on the back, and there you can see that. I mostly like the pattern with this. I just think this pattern lends to the same feeling as this. And that's one thing I like to do, is keep the same feeling throughout the book, not kind of jump from cutesy to country to, you know, to vintage. I like to try and keep the same feeling. And to me, this might be a little on the heavy side, but the way I can use it, I think I can keep it looking pretty nice. And I do like the colors for the book. Okay, now this is a Bo Bunny Aria's Garden. ARYIA' Garden. It's an older 2017, it's not that old. And then this is the front. This part here is kind of more of a wrong color, but I like this green, so we're going with it. Now this is from Jane's something or other. It's one of the books I got at Hobby Lobby, and I just really love the books. I love the old books. I love the pinks and the greens that are in there, and I had to have it, so there you go. Now this is a glitz paper. Love the pink. Again, this is the same design basically that's in that other one. This is a little more on the whoa, but it'll work. I can make that work. This is a recollections paper, and it's got a nice big rose with rosebuds and leaves on it, and I like that. I've got some of this in aqua, teal, whatever you want to call it, not aqua, but teal or green, whatever you call that, in here. I like how we've got the white in there in a contrast in different spots throughout, so that page, and it's white in the back. This page is all roses. There's some things that, like there's New York, Astoria, so this is kind of a little older and not so much French, but I just like the flowers on it and stuff. This side here I'm not as wild about, but I can work with it. I can totally work with it. I mean, you know, to either have just one-sided paper and be totally bored, try to figure out, you know. And I know half of these I've got upside down, but I usually kind of keep all of these on one side. This is Kaisercraft Blue Bay collection. No date on it. Love all of this. Again, it's not really French, but there's trunks, there's a front porch, there's an old bicycle, some modern buildings, and then there's this on this side, which I really love. I've got some grays in this, and I really wanted to try and pop some of the grays as well. And again, to me, this really, really works. Okay. Then I have this. This is out of Mr. Peabody, Mr. P, I think, but it's a paper studio. So I've got this pink with the white, and I like all of the different chairs and stuff. White background. I think most of these are white background. There's just some spoons and forks and knives, but it's a good green. This is, I want you to look at this pattern, and I want you to look at this pattern. It's exactly the same. All the flowers are exactly the same. You get a little bit more of it. It's moved into the paper a little bit more, but yeah, it's exactly the same right here. So anyway, I thought that was the thing I wanted to show you that was kind of interesting, because this is a paper studio. Is this Mr. Peabody or Teasdale? That's it, Teasdale. This is a Paper Studios product as well, so I thought it was kind of interesting that they, so I had to have this piece of paper. Here is another green, and you know, all the Teasdale papers I think will all look very well together, and these are all Teasdale papers. This is another Teasdale paper. And again, this one is just giving me a few more colors in the palette to use. We've got still the roses, which is kind of my main theme, but I'm getting some more colors, you know, kind of blues, but this overall kind of said kind of French to me with all the different patterns through it and that kind of stuff. Okay, then I have this Learn a Language, Conversational French, and it's a stapled paper, so I'm hoping that you know, it's definitely going to have to go this way and fold it up, where this page will be but just really, really kind of fun things where, you know, it's got the different words and the different things, and it has the answer on it as well. It's just kind of cool just to have that in there. So that will probably make it in there. Then I have some printables, and then as I go closer, I'll make sure I have the name of all of this, whose is what. But this is Dreams, etc. They're lined, her lined paper, so I like this. This is from Ephemera's Vintage Garden, and I like the birds, but mainly they're all roses, so that was good. This is Dreams, etc. again, I think, but I will have to double check that. Again, I'm kind of sticking with the French and the roses. Sorry, the camera, my SIM card filled up. So I was at this one, and then this one, and then I've got some pink ones that were, I can't remember if these are teed or, I think these were coffee stained. And then this is mulberry paper that I brush stained these with coffee. I like to do different things to them. Like this was just laid on top of a wet piece, so it just got some on it. This was brushed on. You know, I like to do different things to them so that they're not all the same. Not just a piece of paper. I don't know. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the paper. Then I have this. I have, let's see, let me put this here. This is a beautiful piece of lace. Really pretty. So I have some of that to use. I have this. Sorry. And I have this. Okay. I have some white lace. Some more lace. These were actually like shoestrings or something. I don't know, but they've got shoestring ends to them, which I can cut those off. But that's really cute. And then I have some eyelet that was gathered, and I took the gathering off. Got that. I have this eyelet lace. Still got the gathering on, which I probably will take off and use. Got a little bit of this. This is pretty interesting. This is almost like a organdy, what do you call that? Organza. And then it's got wire. So, and so that's interesting. Something a little different. I have this, which is blues, grays, and pinks for just a little different flavor there. I have, this is kind of a champagne pink color with some glitter on it. I have this, it's an elastic. Real pretty. I have this, which is a leather-ish, leatherette. Got a, I don't know what that is on the back, but So there's that. Then I have some pink twine, and I've got some pink eyelash, and I have this, which really lends itself to the paper. And so far that is about it. I do have, let me put this off to the side here. I do have some little things. This is some more ribbon. These are some seam bindings, green and a slightly off-white. I've got some things from one of the paper collections that I've cut out to use as decorations. I've got, this is a German-English dictionary. These I did in one of my Tuesday's trimmings. I pulled some of these out. Not these two. I pulled some of these out from that Tuesday's trimmings for this album. These are some Ephemera's Vintage Garden, I think, freebies. They're the smaller ones of the larger ones that were in a card catalog envelope. Some vellum phrases. So, I don't know, discover or wisdom, you and me, perfect, center of attention kind of thing. There's another one of those tags. This is a postcard, post-it note postcard from Current, but it's got some age to it. This was a Tuesday's trimmings class that I put over here to see if I could use any of them. An old envelope that I think looks really nice with this collection. Some more of those papers. This is a pocket. And it can be cut down because this is probably way too big for... now these are some different sayings. A harvest of peace is produced from a seed of contentment. Nad Ram. Sorry if I killed that, but I've got a lot of these, and so I think those would be kind of nice sprinkled throughout. This is some of the vintage ephemera that I have in my stash. Got some dark pink, light pink, and gold paper clips from Michaels, I think. Got some post-it notes, some book pages, and a few more tags, just printed out on copy paper. So, and I think there's a paper clip down in here. Other than that, you know, I'll just play the rest by ear. But that is what I have so far to really get started on this and make something really cool, one for myself and one for Leslie. Alright guys, well thanks for showing me for the first half of this and seeing what I'm going to play with. I hope you join me back and you'll be able to see what I do with all this stuff. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. Give me some thumbs up, leave me a comment, and for sure subscribe to my channel, and that way you won't miss what I'm going to do with this, because you'll get, you know, you'll see it. It'll come up in your feed. Talk to you later. Bye.